second session in this particular part, that how to deal with the Python, especially for the scripting, and I've chosen the topic operational mode of Python. That means the different ways you can deal with Python script programming or Python scripting, because there are different type of modes available so that you can deal with the Python programming based on the different type of attitudes and purposes. Because it is going to be a very flexible one, so that you can use a compiler based, interpreter based, even the command based also, for different type of purpose and different options. So let's start with it, because since it's a programming language, so the programming components should be learned properly in the second session. Now let's start for it. Now whenever I'm going to go for a Python programming, there are basically two different type of modes. Number one, interactive mode, and number two, script mode. In interactive mode, normally it is, especially you go and get it. That means you please write down, open the interactive command line, you write a single command, just after the triple arrow symbol. This is basically, we call it a Python prompt. Triple arrow is there. So whenever you go for that, and if you write any command, suppose I've written print Rajat, that is as per the syntax, immediately you can find out the output. What is going to be there? It is going to be Rajat as an output on the desktop. So it is simply go and get it. But whenever I'm going to go for a scripting mode, that means I do not have to have any type of output immediately, or anything which is to be done immediately, because whenever we want to get it immediately, that means there is simply a testing purpose, or for the basic initiative is to be taken, that please test and check what is the function of a command. But whenever I do not go for the command, and whenever I'm going to produce or generate something based on a logic, then there should be logical steps, and logical steps is a collection of logical algorithm. So whenever you're having a collection of steps, so that cannot be incorporated properly in the command mode. Though we can have the command mode, if you write down all the commands sequentially, I'll be getting the same thing, but that is not the proper way to run a program. That is the way to run a collection of statements or commands. So whenever you want to run a program, it should be for a basic purpose, a dedicated purpose, and in that case the collection of statements should be run in one time. So whenever you go for that, you have to write it in an editor. It may be on the shell programming, or it may be in any type of editor. Save it with .py, because .py is going to be the executable file under the Python format, and then you can run it. So whenever you go for the scripting, running a program, you have to go for the script mode. Whenever it is a testing format, you have to go to interactive mode, that is command prompt. But let's deal with that detailed thing. Now there are three different modes, whatever I mentioned. Number one, the shell, the Python shell command, or simple the Python command, so that you can find out a black window over there. Command prompt will be there, triple arrow. You write a command. I think we have just discussed it. You write a command and get the output. Go and get it. Next thing, customized, better to say the dedicated Python shell window. This is nothing but editor window provided by Python, so that you can write down the commands, save it, and run it. And the third one is basically a general editor notepad we have chosen, something like HTML. Simply write down the commands, whatever you write down in the Python shell. But whenever you save it, please save it with .py extensions. So whenever you save the commands with the .py extensions in Notepad and in other cases also, the things are not going to be saved as a text. These are going to be working saved as a Python executable file. So I think there are three basic different operational modes. Write it down the command, get the output. In number two, a dedicated editor provided by the IDLE integrated development environment of Python is there, so that you can write down the collection of statements to work as a program, and you run it at one go. And the third is the general editor, which is not a dedicated editor, that is the Notepad. You write it down whatever command you want to put for a particular dedicated purpose as a program, sequentially written as per the logic, or we better to say the logical sequences, and then save it with the .py extension. So it is going to automatically convert the text into a command script of Python. So let's get back to it. Now whatever you see right now, the window, this is simply a Python command prompt window. You can find it, versions are written and triple arrows there, so that you can write down your command and get the output. Number two, This is a Python shell, a dedicated Python window, so that you can type it out, the command. But the difference is that in this case, on the top you do not have any other thing, top ribbon, but you are having certain menus: file, edit, shell, debug, options, window, and help. From file you can choose a new window, so that either Python shell, it is going to provide you the options to write down the commands no, and scripting yes. That means you can write it down, a collection of steps or logical statements, and then you save it and run it. That means it looks like a Python command, but you don't have to type it out over there. But you can, if you type out any command after the triple arrow, it will be working like a command prompt. But if you go to the click on file and go to new window, it will be working like a complete program. So whatever options you want to choose, you can choose it. And in the third part, it is simply a notepad. And the similarity between Python shell and notepad is that if you directly go to the Python shell, click on file, a new window, the look of that new window will be similar to the notepad thing. So whatever you write it down, but with some extension also, obviously you can run it, but the typing pattern is something same. You can type it out the commands, or better to say the statements, collectively in a notepad or Python shell, save it with a proper file name with extension .py, so that it will be working as a Python program rather than a command. Now let's get to the actual practicality. Suppose I have to find out calculate the area of a circle. We know it is simply the pi r square. Now whenever you want to write down the program, assignments have been done. Suppose radius is 7 units, the value of pi is 22/7. I have assigned it, and the formula I have written, area equals to pi into star r double star 2. Now this star, simple star or single star, stands for the multiplication symbol, and double star stands for raised to the power. So if you want to find it out, pi r square, this is simply pi star r double star 2, which is going to be representing like a r raised to the power 2. And the print command is there just to print the content on the desktop or output window, and whatever has supposed to be there as a string or text, that is to be included within double quotes or inverted comma. I have written the area of the circle with radius double quotes complete. That means this much text will be there. Then outside the double quote you can find out r. Now this r is nothing but the variable, and what is the value of r? 7. So whenever you run this particular print out, you can find it out that it will be written like that: the area of the circle with radius, then the value of r should be coming from the variable, not as a text. So the output will be the area of the circle with radius 7 is again within inverted comma, is, then area is again outside. That means whatever is being put outside with comma, those values will be coming from the variable, and whatever text you have put and whatever you have put within the double quote, that will be as a text, but it will be in the same line. So it will be like that: the area of the circle with radius 7 is, now this area will be calculated at the given value, and then even it will be, that is square centimeter, again it is going to be a text. And the next line is nothing but a k equals to input. That means now this input statement is being written on the right hand side. This is only to keep the display stable on your monitor. That means output, otherwise you are just going to have a glimpse of the output, and out of it it is going to wiped out. Just to keep the display or the output on the desktop, I'm just going to put a cursor over there, that until unless you press any key from the keyboard, the output will be there. That is the thing. But how are you going to deal with the different type of programming pattern? Then we have to check it out. Now we can find it out the Python shell. I have written it in the Python shell. You can find it out, everything has been written. And whenever you go for the run, on the top of it you can find out a run option is there after format. And if you go over there and run module, press F5, another module or another window has been opened in the bottom most, and you can find it out. It is written the area of the circle with radius 7 is 154 square centimeter. And I think we have just discussed that the way you have to follow, or the way you write it down, the print statement, the way you can see the output on the desktop. Now I have put the area of the circle, area of the circle with radius is, and square centimeter, that is text, it will be appearing like that. In between it you can find it out r and area, these two are the variables. So the values of R and array will be taken from the variable, and the rest of the three things will be displayed in as text. So it is simply a mix and merge of variable and textual data, whatever you call a string. And in the second part, if you write it down, if you run it, the Python shell program, whatever you have saved with .py, whatever you have saved with the .py, it is nothing but the output. You simply double click on it and you can find it out the output with the black particular shell window. I think the things are very clear to you. Now let's check the demo of these three different modes of operating with the Python scripting, so that you can have the hand-on experience on the working mode of it and how the three things are happening and what are the purposes. So let's start it. Hello students, I am activating the command mode and typing each and every command after the Python command line prompt. Please check it. And when you collectively writing these commands in an editor, that is a program. Check for the typing pattern or commands. Typing print statement or command. Pressing the enter button, and here is the result, 154 square centimeter. Activating Python shell mode, clicked on it, opened. Now I've created a new window, now saved as area.py, py must as a source file for execution of Python. I'm going to save it, checking for the suitable location. Chosen desktop. That I think that is the best one. Now type the content whatever has been given in the core presentation video. You can find out in the command prompt because it's an editor. I'm going to create a source file. And I have to run using either F5, or I can click on run and run module. This is a Python shell or IDLE shell model. This is called Integrated Development Environment based Python IDLE scripting. Python shell running by run module or F5, and this is the output. Now I am activating notepad mode. Please check it. I'm copying the content of the program for the Python shell. Open the notepad, pasted it, saved with the file name area with notepad.py. because py is must. .py, that extension for a Python executable program. And to activate it, just to run it, just double click on the newly created file icon, and the answer is same, 150 volts per centimeter. Now let's get back to the assignment part. Now there are certain assignments for you after completion of this, and the first one is that you please accept your first name, middle name, surname separately, and print your full name. It's a very simple one, but actually I want to check whether you have understood the print statement properly or not. And the number 2 is that accept the length, breadth, and height of a cuboid, and calculate and print the volume and the total surface area in a sentence mode. That means you must have seen the way I've written the output of the area of a circle. Certain values are coming from the variables, certain values are coming being printed as a text. So that is to be followed properly, and the things will be done. And identify the best mode of Python coding and justify it. Whatever you think most comfortable for writing a computer program, you have to identify it. Very simple one, and if you have gone through it, you can understand it. Now I think please get ready for the next programming tips for the next challenge also, because whenever you're going to learn a programming, especially scripting with object-oriented programming, which is going to provide so platform independent, this flexible mode, you can do a lot of things. Please get ready for it. Stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.